Hello, everyone. Welcome to Good Morning Tarot. Now, this is a general reading, so it's open to all zodiac signs. Now, just take what resonates with you. It is also timeless, so anytime you find yourself watching this video, there might be a message for you here. Let us try to see now what is the main message for today. Okay, we have here the Nine of Swords. Something is on your mind right now, and it's preoccupying your attention or getting your attention, that sometimes it prevents you from having a good night sleep. For some of you, it's a source of anxiety. It can be a situation or a relationship, but whatever it is right now, it is taking your attention. It's not making you feel comfortable. It's keeping you awake at night. Now try to see how this how this resonates with your present situation. As you can see, there is darkness and there are swords, so it's causing pain also. For some of you, what comes to my mind right now is headaches. Okay, so some of you might be suffering headaches. I don't know, is it because of lack of sleep, or is it because you've been thinking too much of this thing? For some of you, it can be also heartache. I could see a sword piercing the back. Some of you can have back pains also at this time. So try to see. For some of you, maybe the bed also is contributing something about it. Maybe you need to adjust your bed or your mattress to relieve a little bit of the pain. But I feel that the pain is not just because of the physical situation, like for example, a not so comfortable bed, but I think it has something to do also with this thing that is preoccupying your mind, your heart, and your spirit right now. So try to see what it is so that you can address it. They say 50% of the healing comes after you realize what needs to be healed. Okay, now let's try to see how this will develop in the near future. Well, it looks like you're going to leave this thing behind and start something new. Okay, so it can be something that is no longer making you happy, and I think in the near future you might decide to leave this situation that is keeping you awake at night behind, and you are going to start a new venture. We have here the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands symbolizes new beginnings that will set you on fire, new beginnings that will allow you to express who you truly are, new beginnings that will allow you to travel also. So for some of you, it will require you to move away from your present situation and to go somewhere else in order to start something new. Now, as all beginnings, there will be moments of mystery. There will be aspects that are not yet known to you. Well, it's part of the adventure, and I think if you just continue to be who you truly are and not afraid to express who you are, and at the same time to be on fire, you will have the courage and the ability to face whatever challenges that will come your way. And I think you will have a positive disposition as you face them. Now, with the Page of Wands, there is that sense of adventure, that sense of openness to the unexpected, and being on fire in facing whatever activities there are. So I feel for some of you, you will be leaving this situation behind in order to start something new. Well, it's just like nature. Nature has a way of washing itself or cleansing itself. For example, one good example is the rain. When the rain comes, everything seems to be in disorder, just as you might be feeling right now, a certain anxiety inside, your emotions in a lot of tumult, your mind restless. No, it can be the rain at this time, but the rain always stops, and when the rain stops, birds starts to sing and flowers starts to bloom, plant starts to grow. So when you look at it, this too will pass. And I feel for some of you, you will choose to leave behind this situation in order to start something new. And when you do that, you will be on fire again. So I feel for some of you, maybe this is also an advice from the universe. Consider the possibility of choosing a new path. Okay, now let's try to see what is the advice of the universe for you. Okay, have that sense of openness like the Page of Swords. So we have here two pages already. The pages are open to new things. Pages are open to learning things. The Page of Swords is a very inquisitive person. They want to know more. So research about something that you like. If it is a new relationship or going up, no, maybe you should research first how to nurture yourself. You know how it is when you leave a relationship behind. You don't immediately jump to another bandwagon, or else you haven't, because when you do that, you are just like putting a band-aid on a wound. It will not heal. You need to cleanse the wound first. You need to treat the wound first before putting the band-aid. So it means you need to process yourself first before jumping into another relationship. There's such a thing as being on the rebound. When you leave a certain relationship, especially if it was a painful one, you need to heal first. And after you heal, then you will be able to reach out for somebody and give love unconditionally. If you are not yet healed, it's hard because you will be reaching out to somebody, expecting that somebody to remove the pain that you have. So you expect other people to heal you. Well, the healing and the happiness is within us. First, we need to heal ourselves. We need to make ourselves happy, even if there are nobody or there is nobody in our life. When we are able to attain that kind of balance where you are happy even without any relationship, then you are ready to reach out to a relationship. Because that way, when you reach out to a relationship, it is because you want them to share in your joy, not because you want them to fill up what is lacking in you. When you do that, you will not fall into that codependent kind of relationship wherein you expect others to fill up your cup. So in a certain sense, the important thing right now is to have that sense of wonder of the pages wherein you are open to new possibilities and open to healing. This is the time for you to nurture yourself, to follow your passion, to follow your inspirations, just like the Page of Wands to follow what sets him on fire, and the Page of Swords to follow what piques his interests. So at the same time, the Page of Swords is very inquisitive. He's open to new things, open to learn new things, and he's willing to really practice on it. You see him the way he wields the sword. He really practices on the sword so that he can master the art of using the sword. So in a certain sense, this is the time for you to work on something that you have always wanted to learn and really put your heart, mind, and soul into it. So in a certain sense, I feel the invitation of the cards right now is to start something new. Follow something that sets you on fire. Follow something that piques your interest, and to embrace it by enjoying the present moment, marveling it at the discovery, at the learning of new things, and also the fire of experiencing the present moment, to close this chapter of anxiety and open something new. So this is what we have for our tarot reading for today. Let us now go to the second part, which is the self-care tip. For our self-care tip, we have here a message from India Ari, and the message is: you wash your hand when you shake a bunch of hands. You have to wash your energy when you are around people. It is hard for me to say self-care is washing, although I think it is. So, I made music for self-care. That is what it is for. Okay, so here it shows here the importance of self-care, and part of the importance of self-care is cleansing. And it's true. I mean, especially after the COVID crisis, most of us have been very particular about cleansing, about self-care. We often wear masks when we are in crowded situations. So in a certain sense, you protect yourself. So you wear mask. It's like also we are also vigilant when we are among people. We try to be aware of the energy in the environment. If we feel that the energy in the environment is negative, then we, in a certain sense, defend ourselves energetically. So sometimes there are different ways of doing that. You can visualize a white light covering you whenever you before you enter into a situation that will require a lot of challenges on your part. So for example, if you're going on a negotiation wherein you feel that there will be a danger of negative energies being exchanged, sometimes it is good to, before entering the situation, to visualize a bright light coming from your 8th chakra, which is about that chakra's about 6 or 12 inches from above your head, to see a bright light forming sort of like a cocoon that envelops your whole being with white light. It's a protection before you enter into a negotiation. So in a certain sense, that's one way, protective, by like when you go to a crowded place, you wear a mask. Okay. Another thing is washing your hands after you reach home or immediately after having shaked hands with several people. So you wash your hands. In a certain sense, also at the end of the day, or even immediately after a very challenging negotiation, you sit down for a while and cleanse yourself by visualizing again. For example, you can visualize a waterfall of bright white light, and then you go under that waterfall and allow the bright light to cleanse away all the negative energies you might have accumulated during the day. Or it can be also, you can visualize yourself creating like a big tree that creates a long root that goes to the center of the earth, and then attaching that root to the heart of Gaia, or the heart of the earth, and then allow all those negative energies to drain down away from you. And then afterwards, from your 7th chakra or your crown chakra, you visualize a white light filling up your whole body, replacing all those negative energies that has been just drained through your root that is attached to the heart of the earth. And then you detach yourself from the earth, and then you continue. Or the simplest way is just like you simply wash your hand after shaking hands with somebody or many people. At the end of the day, taking a quick shower is a way of cleansing yourself of whatever negative emotions, negative thoughts, or negative energies that you have taken along the way. At the end of the day, a quick shower, and if you can couple it with a visualization that the shower is slowly cleansing away all those negative things that you have taken along the way, then it allows you to somehow cleanse yourself. So cleansing your energy or washing your energy is an important part of self-care. And right now, this self-care tip is encouraging us to make this cleansing not only in the physical sense, but also in an energetical sense, to make it a part of our way of living, to make it part of our daily routine. And oftentimes you will realize when it becomes our daily part of your living, or a part of your daily living, you will realize how liberating it is, how energizing that part becomes. It becomes a ritual, it becomes a part of your way of living. So this self-care tip inspires us to include cleansing as part of our daily living and our daily maintenance, daily healthcare tip, okay, or daily healthcare practices. So that's what we have for our self-care tip. Actually, when we look at the tarot reading, in a certain sense also, decluttering our life of decluttering our life of all those things that are not helpful to us, things that brings us anxiety, brings us worries, letting go of these things and opening a new chapter that sets us on fire, or putting our attention on things that sets us on fire also is a way of cleansing. So when you realize that you are in a situation that is no longer helpful to you, you can always say, no, I deserve something better. And then you change your situation. You do not you are not running away from that situation. It's making a choice in your life to choose something better rather than trying to endure something that you can change. You have the capacity to change your situation. You can always say no and change your situation. It requires responsibility and maturity to be able to discern what is best for you and what is not, and what is best for the situation, and to act on that situation in order to change your circumstance. So, in a certain sense, making choices also is, in a certain sense, a mature one, because you face the problem. You do not try to run away from it, you do not try to deny its existence. You recognize that something is no longer helpful to you, and you make a decision to change it. So, in a certain sense, that is also a sign of inner strength, learning to discern what is best for you and what is not helpful, and learning to have the courage to change the situation. So that's what we have for our Good Morning Tarot. I hope you were able to gain some insights, some answers to your questions, and an inspiration to live your life much more and to be on fire, to make better choices also in your life. So that's it for today. Thank you for the likes and comments you've given to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. I hope to see you again soon. Until that time, may God continue to bless your ways.